You might be wondering, when there are 57 Muslim countries in the world, then why is it still so difficult to protect Gaza and Palestine? Are we truly that strong? Or are we just raising our voices for the sake of appearances? In this video, we'll share a reality with you that you might not hear anywhere else. A truth about how history, politics, and today's helplessness together have become barriers in saving Palestine. So why has there been such a failure from 57 countries? Is the story of a pain buried silently in millions of hearts. Stay with us and discover the full truth. This isn't a story that began today, it's been building for centuries. This issue isn't about borders, it's a matter of conscience. And this piece of land, Palestine, is one of those places on the world map that continues to make humanity feel ashamed. The year was 1917 when Britain made the Balfour Declaration and promised the Jews a homeland on the land of Palestine, but no one asked the people living there. No one asked that land itself, which had belonged to Arabs for centuries. Then, in 1948, when Israel's map was forced upon the world, a disaster began, a tragedy known as Nakba. Millions of Palestinians were displaced. Children lost their parents, women became widows, and so many lives were lost that even the graveyards ran out of space. This wasn't just about a piece of land. It was about the entire Muslim Ummah, whose foundation was tied to the sacred soil of Al-Quds. Masjid al-Aqsa isn't just a structure, it was the starting point of Islamic unity. It was the same sacred place from where Prophet Muhammad began his journey of Miraj. But sadly, even back then, the Muslim world remained silent. Beirut burned, Quneitra was destroyed, and now Gaza City that has turned into an open graveyard. And the question still stands, why couldn't 57 Muslim nations, along with the Arab League and the OIC, protect a small and struggling Palestine? Gaza, once a region on the map, has now become just a lifeless zone. The world calls it a danger area. But the truth is, it has turned into the capital of cruelty. Israeli airstrikes are not a one-time incident. Every single day, every single hour, sky echoes with only two sounds: the sound of bombs and the cries of grieving mothers. The schools where children once learned are now piles of rubble. Hospitals meant to heal have turned into places that hand out shrouds. Mosques where the name of Allah was once called are now filled with nothing but the smell of blood. Israeli drones fly above like birds, but they bring no blessings, only death, fear, and destruction. Little child, no older than 5, after losing his doll and getting injured by bombs, looked up and asked, "Mama, will there be milk in heaven?" Those innocent children who were supposed to go to school are now lying in graves. The mothers who once sang lullabies are now wrapping their children's lifeless bodies in their own arms. And the world, it only issues statements of condemnation. This isn't just a war, it's one-sided ethnic cleansing. Sometimes it's white phosphorus, sometimes sniper shots. Sometimes entire neighborhoods are wiped out. And then they say, we have the right to protect ourselves. Tell us, is a 6-month-old baby really a threat to your safety? They say the Ummah is like one body. But today, that body lies numb, and Gaza's blood is flowing through its lifeless veins. 57 Muslim countries, their kings and rulers sitting atop oceans of oil. Their palaces have golden walls. But their hearts have become so cold and hard that even the scream of a mother can't pierce through them. The OIC, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, has a big name, but what does it do? It's just a press conference, a few soft-toned statements, and vague claims that we want to resolve the issue. Gaza burns. Yet the OIC's files only change dates. The question isn't whether they're able to act. The question is, they don't want to, because many of them have business interests connected to Israel. Many hold their positions thanks to favors from the United States, and some have sold their conscience for billions of Arab dollars. Those who spend billions on weapons, did even one of those weapons protect Gaza? Those who import tank after tank, did any tank roll forward to protect Masjid al-Aqsa? Only words, only statements, only social media posts, and on the ground, Palestinians stand alone. Another painful truth is this: whenever a country speaks against Israel, they are told, stay out of political matters. But when Israel drops bombs, everyone says they're just protecting themselves. Has the life of the Ummah become this cheap? Are the sacrifices only meant to come from the people of Gaza? Is self-defense a right only Israel has? If you want an example of what real unity looks like, then look at the days of Medina, when the Prophet Muhammad PBUH brought the Ummah together. On the land of Medina, a unique example was set that still echoes through history. Muslims didn't just protect their faith, they raised the name of Allah with pride. When storms of cruelty and injustice approached, Muslims held each other's hands. When traps of politics were laid, the Ummah stayed strong in faith. Or rich different races or backgrounds, it didn't matter. Those were the days when there wasn't a need for 57 countries to stand together, because every single heart carried the flame of faith, and every tongue remembered the name of Allah. They didn't need hundreds of armies, just one heart, one soul, filled with sincerity and courage. Medina taught us that the true strength of the Ummah lies in unity and sacrifice. Looking at today's helplessness, we have to ask ourselves, do we still carry that spirit of Medina? Can we still come together in the path of Allah? Or has everyone become lost in their own small world? That spirit and honor of Medina now only live in the pages of history. Today's Ummah is no longer one heart, one soul. Muslims are scattered. Everyone is lost in their own thoughts, chasing political and financial interests. 57 countries claim they will protect Palestine, but most of their hearts are deeply attached to worldly matters. Some care only about oil, others about American education, and some just want to secure their power and influence. We are no longer that Ummah who once lived boldly for the path of Allah. Now we are the ones who only make political statements to feel satisfied. We express anger on social media, but lack the courage to take a single step forward in real life. When children are dying in Gaza, political parties here are busy sharing pictures of conferences and rallies. No one has that burning passion anymore, the passion that once existed in the era of Medina. Muslims would fight for each other's lives. Worldly desires have divided us. Politics has cooled our emotions. Every time Palestine is mentioned, we just look on. Instead of standing strong till the end, we focus on saving our own future. That's the difference between Medina and today. On one side, there was brave faith, and on the other, only stylish divisions and clever excuses. Listen closely. These are the voices of innocent people. The wounds, the deaths, the screams, they echo everywhere. But no one wants to listen. The child crying over his parents, the woman hugging lifeless bodies, the old man sharing the stories of his ruined life in every alley of Gaza. These voices scream. But the political walls around the world are so high, these cries get silenced. They say, be quiet. This is a political issue. But in politics, it's living people who are dying, and their eyes full of pain disappear into silence. The young Palestinians fighting for their homeland. Sometimes their voices shine brightly on social media, but on the ground no one stands to protect them. Their screams carry a pain not just from bullets, but from the helplessness that exists in the eyes of every Muslim. A helplessness that never reaches the heart. Their voices are still faint, but the people of Gaza are still fighting. Their hearts carry a fire that refuses to go out. Will we listen to them? And will we treat these painful words as just a passing emotion? In today's world, social media has become a place where anyone can speak. But how long will these voices reach the ears of the powerful? When will the walls of power and politics finally fall? When Gaza burns, hashtags like Free Palestine, Save Gaza trend online. Sympathetic posts fill timelines, especially the youth. They speak from their hearts. They're fighting for Palestine in their own way. And to be honest, this awareness is truly admirable. But will just posting on social media bring real change? Is anyone truly listening? Governments often silence these voices. They shut down the internet or imprison those who speak in support of Palestine. But remember, the voice they want to silence is the voice that will eventually echo the loudest. The love, the passion of the people, that is the real spirit of the Ummah. And somewhere it gives us a small ray of hope. If these voices become stronger, if this passion breaks down the walls of politics, then maybe a new dawn will rise for Gaza. All the suffering, this helplessness, this injustice, it will all be judged in the afterlife. Every drop of blood spilled on Gaza's soil, every stifled cry, every silenced voice will stand before Allah for judgment. In the Holy Quran, Allah has said, "Indeed, the oppressors will be punished." And Prophet Muhammad PBUH said, "Allah's help comes when the Ummah unites for its protection." Today, we see the helplessness of 57 nations, but also remember, Allah's mercy is greater than all. After this hardship, a new dawn will come when the rulers of injustice will fall and the light of true believers will shine across the world. The real strength of Islam will return only when we reunite for Allah's path with unity, honesty, and strong faith. So do not lose hope.